Welcome to another exciting time on Katie Regbu's show. I'll be speaking on the topic tips before a marriage proposal. Because as important as marriage, it's also very important to get it right from the beginning. And since we all know that marriage is the only institution where you're being offered your certificate even before you start lectures. And because you are given a certificate, you celebrate your graduation even before you start your lectures doesn't make us to seem, to take marriage lightly. So instead of, dealing with marriage issues, I've decided to come and talk about how to get it right from the start, which is tips that you should have before before going ahead with a marriage proposal. So if you're watching me, please join this, please share this video and invite your friends to join me, because this is another exciting time today for us to chat, you know on tips on marriage proposal. Because you see, marriage now, these days is having so much issues, so many divorce rate. The divorce rate is so high. Husband and wife, quarrel morning, afternoon, one thing or the other. People are not happy. You talk to a lot of married women now, or men, is either they are separated or they are going through divorce. So I just decided to, okay, give these tips today to help to get things right from the beginning. So you join me and thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my show yet, please subscribe. My YouTube channel is Kate Irebu Talk Show. Please go on my YouTube channel and watch my videos and subscribe. Please leave comments. I want to see what you think. I want to hear your comments. Your suggestions are highly appreciated as well. So please join me. Leave your comments. Don't just watch and be looking at me. Please contribute and tell me what you think. Okay, please, I really appreciate that. So the first thing I'll be talking about today, the number one thing, is preparation. Are you prepared for marriage? Before you before you actually go ahead with a marriage proposal, it is important that you ask yourself this question as a man: am I actually prepared for marriage? Because for you to start, before you go ahead with a marriage proposal, you must ask yourself this important question, which is, am I actually prepared for marriage? Because you need to be prepared. Marriage is sweet. As I said on my show, marriage is to be enjoyed and not endured. So because marriage is to be enjoyed and not endured, I felt it is very important that I come on air today to share these tips, that you should have before even going ahead with a marriage proposal. So first of all, as I said, is preparation. Ask yourself this question: am I actually prepared for marriage? Why am I going with this step? What is it that's making me to go ahead with this step? Am I prepared? You ask yourself. Preparation meaning that you are ready to share, you are ready to bear someone's burden, you are willing to be patient with someone, you are ready to be selfless, you're ready to love, true love, which is agape. You're prepared. You have the, the capacity to start the journey. If you are, for example, if someone is a student living with a parent in the house and you say you want to get married, you are not prepared yet. You're not. You have to, for you to be a man, you have to be on your own first. So the first thing for you to get yourself prepared is to get some basic necessity, which is shelter over your, roof over your head. You get, get something that you're doing to earn income, because you cannot, be living, and bringing someone in when you're not working. So you need to try to get at least a job or start a business before you think about getting married, because such things could bring pressure as well in the relationship. So to get things right, the first thing is to get yourself prepared physically, emotionally. You have to just be ready that this journey of marriage is something I truly want to do. And don't get into marriage because you see your friends or people around you getting married. No, that's not a good reason to start telling someone that, oh, I'm proposing to my girlfriend now because my friend wedded last week. That's not good enough. You have to actually set yourself. Ask yourself this question: am I prepared? Because marriage is one institution, as I said, that you get into, even before you start, you already offered your marriage certificate without having lectures. And most often time, people forget that they have to continue taking lectures in marriage. That because your certificate have been offered to you on your day of a registry or your wedding day doesn't make you a graduate yet. You're still a student. So for you to get a successful marriage, you have to continue with the lecture. So now, to get it right, so we don't take the wrong step from the beginning, that is why I'm giving you these tips today, which is first of all preparation. Ask yourself this question. Be honest to yourself. You are the only one, and people who are very close to you that can tell you this. So ask yourself, am I really prepared? Ask someone very close to you that you can confide in. Say, look at the step I'm trying to make. What do you think about me? Okay, fine. When you're prepared, that's the first step. And the second thing you must ask yourself, why do I want to go ahead with this marriage? Listen to me today. If the number one reason why you want to go ahead with a marriage proposal is anything else other than love, which is true love, agape love, then please, you have to hold on to that proposal. Because the first and foremost thing that should push you to go ahead with a marriage proposal must be love. So you must love that woman. You must be in love. And when I say love, not because she's got a good job, or you feel that, oh, this woman, she's pretty. I know she could be pretty, but the reason is not because of just that beauty, because something might happen tomorrow and that beauty is not there. So what would you do? Would you quit? That's something for another day. But first of all, let that love be genuine. Let it be true love, not based on material things, please. If the reason is genuine, trust me, not that challenges will not come, but if your marriage proposal is based on true love, be rest assured that in that journey of your marriage, you will be able to resolve issues. You'll be able to stick together, because love is the only thing that can really keep your marriage alive. Okay? That's the basic thing. There are other things that you need to do in the marriage, but the foundation has to be based on love. Okay? Then another thing I will try to talk about today is that, are you ready to be patient with this person that you are proposing to? Are you seeing things in her now that you are not happy with, but you are thinking that after the wedding or after your marriage, she's going to change? Please, don't just have that notion at all. Before you propose to a woman, everything about that woman must be something that you are ready to deal with. You are ready to tolerate. You're ready to be patient with. You're ready to nurture. But if you are thinking that after proposal that things were going to change, she's going to change her personality, or she's going to turn to who you want her to be, no. You can't change her to that person that you want her to be. It's for you to decide whether you want her the way she is. Okay? Because oftentimes we make that mistake. We try to change someone. Changing someone is the most difficult thing to do. For you to change someone's character, their ways of life. Bearing in mind, this person have grown up in a different, family, from a different family background, maybe probably speaking, different food, speak different languages, sometimes the same languages, but for the fact that you know that even identical twins have their differences, have their different ways, sometimes you should be rest assured that the woman whom you're proposing to, have her ways as well. So that is why courtship is important. So during courtship, the time you have met this woman, is there something in her that you feel you can't deal with? If you think the answer to this is yes, there's something in her that you can't deal with, please do not go ahead with the proposal. Do not go ahead with the proposal, because oftentimes you hear people say, oh, I thought she was going to change, after a while. Please do not go and give that woman headache after the marriage. Okay? So you make your decision now. Are you the type that can tolerate? Do you love her the way she is? If your answer is yes, then you can go ahead. Okay? Then you cannot go ahead, because you must, be ready to be patient with that person. You love her the way she is, you know, you love her vision, her ideas, you someone you think you can live the rest of your life with, then yes, you can go ahead. But if this answers are no, like, then there's no need for the marriage proposal, my dear, because you're going to cause more problem into her life than giving her joy. Because the Bible says marriage, that you should go ahead and marry if you cannot live alone. It's not a must that you get married. So if you must get married, to someone that will make you happy, somebody that you make happy, somebody you live together with love, in harmony, not to cause pressure and not to cause enmity. Okay? So that's about patience there. Then also, in marriage also, the reason you are getting, going ahead with a marriage proposal, are you going ahead with a marriage proposal because you are under pressure? Are you under pressure to get married? Because, I'm a Nigerian, back where I'm coming from, and maybe other African countries as well, it is something mandatory. When you get to the age of marriage, our parents are looking forward to you bringing, your wife, and the woman is expecting the daughter to bring their spouse, to come for marriage arrangement and all that, which is a good thing, it's a beautiful thing. But do not say because you're of that age of marriage now, you just want to get anyone just to satisfy your parents. No. If you really respect your parents' idea, as you are getting to that age, you'd have been building that relationship and planning that when you get to this age, you'll be getting married. Don't just wake up and maybe have careless relationship, or maybe you tried your best and it didn't work. But now, because you just want to please your parents, you just saw a girl, you know that this is not going to work, but you just have to do it. No, please don't. Don't make such decision. Look properly before you say yes. Before you go ahead with the marriage proposal. I'll be talking about, the woman, before the woman accept the proposal next week. But today I'm talking about before you actually, propose to a woman. Those things that, you must know. Those things that you must look out for. Okay, you should set yourself, because oftentimes I talk to some men most of the time, they're talking about marriage issues, they're always talking about the woman, what the expectation of the woman is. It's good to expect from the woman, but my dear, you, the man who is going to get married, you have to build yourself to prepare yourself to be a material for marriage. Okay? You have to get prepared as a man, okay, to be married to a woman, because it's a responsibility step that you are taking. Telling someone that I'm proposing to, I'm proposing to you, I want you to be my wife. You are actually telling the woman that I want you to be part of me. I want us to become one. I want to take your burden. I want to share your burden with you. I want you to share mine with me. I want both of us to do things in common. I want both of us to now become one. That's what you're saying. So if you do not understand what marriage is, please do not make that step of proposal. You need to understand what marriage is all about. When you're telling someone that I love you, please would you marry me? You're actually telling that person that I love you. I want you to come and be part of me. Everything I have is now yours. Everything you have is now mine. That's what you're saying when you're giving a marriage proposal. So it's very important we understand what marriage is all about before we even go ahead. And know that marriage is not a contract. Okay? But it is a commitment. So you must check all these things I've told you about today. Do not go ahead with a marriage proposal because you are under peer pressure, whether from your father, your mother, from friends, from relations. Please don't. Don't, because I had, an experience with a close cousin who was under pressure. She proposed to this girl and got married to her because he was at that stage that he felt, oh my God, I'm not married yet. Look at this. My friends are all married. My younger brother, my younger sister, they are married, and he was now worried and decided to go ahead to propose to this girl. Even, having seen, some danger signs, which, he confided in me about, he still went ahead. But the unfortunate thing, he's late now, my late cousin. Ike, may your soul rest in peace. Very caring man. It was one of the most caring cousin I had. He's a very caring person. But unfortunately, he didn't find a caring woman. But as I said, he was under pressure and he decided to go ahead with this proposal and got married to this girl. Even though he saw some dangerous signs which he confided in me, but he still went ahead. That is why I must say, when they say love is blind, please do not allow it to be blind before a proposal. After marriage, you can say love is blind, but before marriage, please let your eyes be open. According to one of my roommates in uni then, she said, when someone said marriage is blind, she came and said, marriage blind? She said, no, Kate. My own marriage is not blind. My own marriage, not only can they say love, they say my love is not blind. That's what she said to me. Say, Kate, my love is not blind. That her love, not that her love can only see, but actually her love have legs and can actually jump through the window. Unbelievable. She said her love can actually jump through the window. That is not that her love can only see, but her love can actually jump through the window. What's she talking about? She meant that no matter how, deeply she is in a relationship, if she sees any danger sign, she's going to quit that relationship. She will not compromise. She will not compromise that relationship and go into marriage and suffer for her entire life. So when she is dating, she opened her eyes to watch for those signs. I said, good for you. So that my cousin went ahead with that relationship. And, some of these women, sometimes they think when you get married is a way for all your material needs and your family material needs to be met. You know, she came from a family that, they were really demanding. They were expecting so much from my late cousin. This guy is so caring, as I told you. So he didn't see it as a problem. He's so nice, he's so caring, he was looking after her and all that. But when she saw that, man, this man doesn't have that much as I think, you know. So after some, about a year or thereabouts into their marriage, this man was ill. Then he was living not too far from my house. This girl knew where I live. My late cousin, was not living far from the younger brother's house. He was living in Antony, and the younger brother was living in Bagada, and then I was living in Maryland. So you can see we are not living far from him. And also, she and my cousin's younger sister, another of my cousin in the state, they were talking on the phone. They even spoke to my cousin, but this woman never made it clear that this woman was terribly sick, or we don't know what was going on. But they said she was sick, and he was sick, and when he was about to give up, this woman, took him to the hospital, and getting to the hospital, he gave up. So what am I saying? When I went to that compound, everyone in that compound said to me they never knew that he was ill. How much more, going to the hospital, that they thought he's been fine, that they've been seeing the wife around. Nobody, told them that the guy was ill. They never knew that he was ill in the first place. So we don't know what actually happened. Okay, we never knew what actually happened. But After some years, I met someone in Dublin who was talking to me about, my cousin's death, and said that the wife said that the man died in a motor accident and all that. Said my cousin never died in an accident. He had an accident, which is God saved him from. He survived the accident. He was totally fine. From nowhere, we don't know what happened to him. The next thing that he was dead, that he was rushed to the hospital and he died by the hospital or thereabouts. So what am I talking about? You will not use your own hand to go and invite trouble to your life because you are under pressure of marriage. So parents who are watching this video, watching my show today, and both mothers and fathers, especially with African parents, please, we know that bringing grandchildren is something of joy, but please, we should be careful how we push these children, push our children, so they don't go and get the wrong person into their life just because of the pressure that we put on them. Please, because excuse me, because marriage is something that is sweet, it's something that is beautiful, but getting the wrong partner can make it worse. So please, if we are telling our children about bringing their spouse, bringing a woman, or that we need grandchildren, we should know how to go about it. It's good to encourage them to get married, but please do not lead them to make mistakes that they will regret the rest of their life. Please, because that's my dear cousin, how he passed on really really touched me. It touched me because it was never treated. If someone was ill, all you need to do, if it was finance or anything that was the issue, it came from a family. It's not where I live. He never came to me to say, oh, your cousin is ill, please, I'll need to take him to hospital, I need money. And I told you, no, I don't have money to give to you. You didn't do that. You didn't go to the brother who lived next to you. Anthony Tugbagada is just a stone throw. She never went there. But the next thing was, death, So she has moved on with her life, but we have lost my cousin for years now, and that vacuum is still there because he is so caring, he's so genuine. I love him. May he also rest in peace, Ike. And because of her attitude, I've not been able to, relate to the child, because when I got some stuff, I traveled to London then and I bought some things to give to her. When I asked for her contact, I went to the house, she wasn't there. I asked my cousins, or my other cousin, that's the late cousin's younger brother's wife. That one told me they don't care, they don't want to know about her, they don't want to deal with her. So that's how we lost contact with the child as well. So you can see what wrong decision or pressure, you know, for pressure towards marriage could cause someone. When you are under pressure, you feel age is not on your side, or your friends are getting married, your younger ones are married, and you think you really need to get married. But please be wise about your decision. Do not use your hand to go and invite trouble into your life, because that man died, you know if at a very young age. He never even looked after the child. The child was about one or thereabout when he passed on. So please, these tips are very important. Okay, before you go ahead to propose to a woman, please ask yourself those questions I've asked you. Okay, which is preparation, making sure that the basic thing is love, true love, and not materialistic things, because those things might disappear one day. They might be there, but there are trial period in relationship, so that is when you'll be tested. If your relationship is not based on true love, when those challenging times comes, my dear, it will be like what they call them, it will be like a war zone. So please make the right decisions. And also another important thing is that before proposal, ask yourself, is this woman a friend? Is she a friend? Because you must get married to your friend. If you get married to your friend, it's a beautiful thing. Ask yourself that question sincerely. Don't pretend about this. Ask yourself, is she actually a friend? Because when someone is your friend, you hide nothing from them. you are comfortable, you just with ease. You don't try to impress, you're just yourself. That is how it should be. You should just be, you should just be comfortable, be free. When she's around you or when you're around, you have to be free, you have to be comfortable. So if you are the type that is at the edge all the time, then I don't think you are really free. You are friends. The person have to be your friend. Okay, if the person is your friend, you really love her, you love, what she's doing, you love her personality, everything about her, the things that you think that you have issues with, there are things you can cope with, then you go ahead. But please, as I said, don't try to change anyone. Okay, because that is the hardest thing to do, and that will be the biggest mistake that you want to make in your marriage. Do not try to change anyone. We can encourage each other, know our weaknesses, and support, our partners in their weaknesses and know their strength as well. But sometimes we think, oh, we have to change this person. It must be like this, it must be like that. That will give us headache. That gives really, really headache. Please don't try to change anyone. Okay? Make your decision based on what you are seeing now. Deal with it now. What are you seeing in her now? That is what you should make your decision with. And if your decision of getting married is something like, oh, I need a wife because I want children, please, please. It's good to have children, but the basic reason for you to get married is not to have children, please. Because we have situations when men get married to a woman, and they don't even love the wife because it's true. Okay, good. So I'm back now. So sorry for that interruption. I had a slight a connection issue just now. So as I was saying before the interruption, occurred, we need to tell ourselves the truth. Okay, tell ourselves the truth, meaning that your decision before you propose to a woman should be something that is authentic, something that is genuine. Okay, based on love, you can endure with her, you love her. It's not because of any materialistic thing, maybe her job or anything, because those things can go away, as I said. So let the love be genuine. Let it be, some that you love her, you think you can get along with that person, and you think you can make your future together as one. That is the main thing. That is what it should be. Because marriage should be based on love and nothing else. And for the fact that marriage is the only institution on earth whereby you are being issued your certificate before you actually start lectures shouldn't make us to underrate it. Okay, it's something we need to continue learning about, build our marriage, build our relationship with our partner. But because there are a lot of issues now of marriage, divorce, marital issues, which I've experienced myself, I've come out here to advise you on tips, before a marriage proposal. So if you, before you say, you're going ahead to propose to a woman, please bear all this in mind, that you cannot, change that woman, to who you want her to be. You have to look at her, who she is now, and decide whether you can actually live with that woman, the rest of your life. That is what it should be. Okay? I hope this, will help you to make decision as a man to propose to a woman. And please, as a man, if you're proposing to a woman, don't be intimidated. Any woman that you feel intimidated, about towards, you will always get intimidated in that relationship. So before you go ahead to propose, you have to build your self-esteem. Build your self-esteem and make sure you are comfortable with her before you propose to her, please, because sometimes those can become issues as well. So those are just few tips. There are more, but I'm going to leave you here now, and thanks for watching. And next week I'm going to give some more tips, on how, on tips on how to, and on how to, the tips you should have on board before you accept a marriage proposal. So today is for the men, and next week will be for the woman. Before you actually accept a proposal, the things you should look out for as well as a woman, because it's both sides now. It's not just one person that make this marriage. Marriage only work well when the man and the woman are together. Okay, so I'm going to leave you now. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Leave me your comments and thumbs up for me, and go to my website. As I said, is www.katoiregbu.org, www.katoiregbu.org, and follow me on my social media. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook on Sundays at 7 p.m. I have a live stream on Facebook where I discuss why Africa is left behind at the minute. I'll finish parts 1 and 2 of wickedness, and next week I'll be going to another chapter, why Africa is left behind, which will be another reason I'll be talking about next week on Sunday. And join me again on my YouTube channel on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. God bless you. Bye. Bye. Thank you.